It's something most of us do every day, and we average about 2 hours and 5 minutes a day doing it. I'm talking about what's called the universal language of mankind, music. No doubt about it, we love listening to music. But how about learning to sing or play an instrument? Studies suggest only about 1 out of 3 teens take music lessons, and for many kids of color, the percentage is far lower. Ava tells us about an organization working to change that.
That's right. The organization is called Sphinx. Every year since its founding in 1997, the nonprofit group has held a unique competition. It's for young Black and Latinx musicians, specifically classical string players. There are 2 divisions, seniors aged 18 to 30 and juniors 17 and under. A recent winner of the junior competition is 15-year-old Jonathan Oxenuk. Here he is performing Mozart's 4th Violin Concerto. That performance earned Jonathan first place in the junior division, along with $10,000. And we're pleased to have Jonathan with us. And we welcome back the president and artistic director of Sphinx, Afa Dworkin. Nice to see you again.
Great to be here.
Yes, it's wonderful. Thank you.
Afa, I've got to ask. Sphinx is a rather unusual name for an organization. Does it hold special significance?
It does. It was named Sphinx for a few different reasons. It's a monument that has withstood the test of time. No one quite knows how it was built, and certainly how it still is here in such wonderful condition. But the other piece is that the Sphinx is a geographic source for early people and people of color, certainly. So there's rich heritage there. And then finally, Sphinx, because it comes with that emotion and mystery, which makes it so similar to the arts, and particularly classical music. It's so much up to the listener to kind of interpret a piece of art, and we kind of thought it signifies something similar as the monument.
Interesting. Now, why did Sphinx start this competition?
Sphinx initially launched this competition because its founder, a biracial violinist, often found himself to be the only person of color in any musical setting, be that at a music camp or at a conservatory or summer program, or even as a member of the audience. He decided to do something about it. So he thought he would launch a competition that would identify young people much like he was, to showcase their talents, because he thought that establishing that family, that network for young people could make all the difference in the world. And he was clearly right. Here we are 25 years later with 840 alumni and a wonderful network of incredible musicians of color.
And one of those young musicians is you, Jonathan. I understand you've always loved music?
Yes, I've always loved music, even as a young kid. I always, would listen to pieces and try to conduct them. It would be so much fun. That was like the highlight of my day, to listen to a piece of music. So I enjoyed it very much.
In fact, we have a video of you pretending to be conducting an orchestra. You really had the moves down. When did you start taking violin lessons?
I started taking them at the age of 3 by Jing Zhang of the Phoenix Symphony.
The Phoenix Symphony Orchestra is, of course, based in Phoenix, Arizona. Afa, besides the competition, what other programs does Sphinx offer teens?
There is a whole slew of programs besides the competition. Of course, before they become teens, there's elementary programming. So we have a program called Overture that literally places instruments in the hands of young people ages 7 through 9 for the very first time. And then there's a series of what we call summer boot camps. We name them Sphinx Performance Academy, which is a program that serves more than 100 kids every summer and selects them competitively. And what it does is basically takes kids who already play a musical instrument, but it helps them develop their talent and other skill sets like public speaking, understanding of wellness and the importance of mental health, ensemble playing, etc. And it offers them education that is tuition free and an opportunity to play with kids as young as they are, who may come from anywhere in the country, when they get to musically collaborate and most importantly, make a network of friends.
Who is eligible to join?
Any young person, ages 11 through 17, any young musicians of color who plays an instrument, at the moment it is string instruments that we focus on, are eligible to join. There is an audition in order to get in, as well as a statement of purpose, an opportunity for the young person to tell us why they're so interested in studying at the Sphinx Performance Academy and why it would make a difference. We're only able to accept less than 30% of all the applicants. It's a very competitive program, but such a wonderful opportunity for young people, not just musically, but also socially.
Jonathan, why do you feel like an organization like Sphinx is so needed in the world today?
Well, I think there's incredibly needed because young people don't always have access to a great music teacher or a great ensemble of people to play with. And I think the Sphinx organization really helps with that. And it connects other people together, the same race, and that they feel like they're family.
And what are your plans for the future? Is music going to be a part of it?
Oh, yes, definitely. I want to become a violinist, and maybe down the road, I'll take up conducting as a career, too.
Well, good luck, and thank you both for joining us.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Diversity and inclusion are goals still being strived for in parts of our country. It's going to take organizations like Sphinx and its supporters to bring about change. Another musician, although his instrument was an electric guitar, not a violin, put it best. The legendary Jimi Hendrix said, "If there is something to be changed in this world, then it can only happen through music." Although Sphinx is headquartered in Detroit, the competition and many of its other programs are open to teens all across the U.S. To find out more, you can visit sphinxmusic.org. For Teen Kids News, I'm Ava.